Right, let's see if I can get to Hydra quickly, starting in 12th of 16 starters after a couple of lag outs from Collie. This could be interesting. Where do you reckon Hydra's going to be at the end of the first lap?
6th.
No way. Oh, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Well, you got to choose different now.
Alright, I'll say 5th.
5th. Ooh, okay. Ballsy.
I don't actually think he'll get that. I was thinking 6th or 7th, and I thought, well, Beanpole's 6th, his teammate, so maybe that won't be the hardest overtake in the world. Right,
yeah.
Here we go then. And there, go! Let's get my time intervals on. Let's get on board with Hydra for the first lap, and let's get rid of the map, because I don't want that now. Oh no, Hydra, that's not a good start. Getting Forza welded with third eye there, and he's dropped even lower than he started, down in 15th of 16 drivers now.
That's not a good start at all, no.
I'm not sure he'll get to 5th by the end of the first lap now.
No, I don't think so either.
I tell you what, he was putting those non-clean laps practice in quali to good use there through Eau Rouge, taking a nice lot of the curb on the inside. He's got a great run up there, though, to be fair.
Yeah, but
sitting in the
I think he's
slipstream.
just going to sit behind these guys through here. I don't think he's going to make too many moves this early on, especially considering they're all too wide. If they start to single file down, he might be able to take advantage, but...
Can he be opportunistic on Grumps there? There we go. Jump in the gap that Samurai made. Grumps taking a bit of evasive manoeuvre, I think, there. Where have we got Knockhill? We can see Knockhill up ahead in 10th. He's made up a couple of places off the start. It's a good one from him.
Yeah.
Sitting behind Andy in P9 at the moment.
Oh, there's somebody going very wide out of No Name up there. Didn't quite catch who that was.
That's just the racing line through there, or at least it's my How's everyone going to get through Puon? Samurai very wide. Hydra going to sneak up the inside. You've got two cars off very wide.
Beanpole and JP getting a bit antsy through there.
Oh, they're 3 wide.
Oh no, I can see this.
Oh, jeez, that was tight. I can't even put any words in my mouth because I'm just going all the time.
There's so much going on.
But Hydra has made up 2 positions on the exit of Puon in the run into the next chicane. But I tell you what, Samurai's still putting the pressure back on him over the next couple of corners. He says until Stavilo 2, where he sort of just drops back a little bit. Tell you what, Samurai's under pressure from third eye now.
Everybody looking pretty single file on the run up to the bus stop now.
I'm looking backwards from Hydra because, I'll tell you what, Samurai's got some straight line speed. He's really closing on Hydra. Is Hydra going to go defensive? No, but Samurai's going to really close up. Crikey, that was close to the back of Hydra's car.
Yeah, making
that too wide
use
up
of
ahead,
all
Andy?
the room. Yeah, it's Leachy and Andy too wide out of the bus stop there. Leachy was trying to have a go at JP into it. And,
is that Knockhill?
Knockhill joining in 3 wide into turn 1. Knockhill backing out of it there.
Just about to see that from where we are. Tell you what, he looks like he set up for quite a nice cutback out the corner actually. Andy running wide. Is Knockhill got any sort of run or overlap? Can't quite see from back here.
He's overlapping Leachy. They're going too wide.
Oh, and he's made it stick round Eau Rouge. That was a nice move.
Yeah, it's good effort.
Right, Hydra sat in the slipstream of Nathan. I think Hydra might be on a different tune. Oh, that's a shame. Hydra! What? What was that?
Dementigo was off on the side. What happened to Hydra there?
Well, Demented Goat came back on, and he was on the far left of the track, and Hydra just steam trained into the back of him.
Ooh.
It's not like he got pulled out on, unless there was some sort of lag or something involved. That was...
Hydra's got massive damage all over.
Yeah. And there's no pit stop in this race, is there?
No mandatory, no.
This... I tell you who this is good for. The guy I'm about to jump on board now, second in the championship, second in the race. The one guy ahead of him's had a massive issue in the first race. I almost don't want to ask. Dom, have you got a second to talk? Does that change things for you? I tell you what, no, I said I wouldn't interrupt him, so I won't badger him. But I think he can hear me, and I hope that doesn't put him under any undue pressure. But
no,
that's
just waiting for the straight, running down to Blanchimont now.
Fair enough. Yeah, we're on board with you.
Ferg's doing a good job up ahead. Having heard about what's happened to Hydra's, just going to be damage control now, with about a second gap behind me to PSUK Forza at the moment. So head down from here on.
Awesome. Well, best of luck for the rest of the race, and maybe we'll check in again later. Right, we've got 3 cars, less than a second apart.
Knockhill sending it on Andy in the bus stop. He's now up to 7th place.
Oh, we've got Nathan going side by side with someone on the exit of the bus stop as well. Whoever that is in that green car going very wide. I jumped to just the wrong car. I'm 1 place ahead of Knockhill in P6. I'm riding on board with PSUK JP at the moment. Beanpole ahead, running wide through turn 1. Using all of that runoff. Oh, we got another switch for P8 behind us. Damn, I've really gone to the wrong place. Right, JP. He's right on Beanpole's bumper. Was that a lift off? Did he not want the run going into Eau Rouge? Is he going to get a better exit? Pretty consistent, 46 feet apart. Has he got less aero? Can he utilise the slipstream? Tell you what, it's coming down. Come on, JP. Don't pull out so early. You need that slipstream. He's still closing the gap. He's halved the gap, but yeah, it's just not quite enough by the time they get to the braking zone. But Beanpole's gone a bit deep. JP, don't touch his bumper. He's done well to just about avoid Beanpole there, I think. Oh, but he's run wide through the third corner in the Lecom section. And of course, Beanpole's teammate Knockhill is the guy behind JP.
And Beanpole missing the brakes big time there, but managing to pull it back in for a late apex to try and salvage what he can from the corner.
Oh, I'm just going to interrupt you there because we've got a battle up ahead for P3. We've got Rye. I don't know if he was going on the attack. Forza slightly drifting through Puon. Rye absolutely flew through his rear bumper through there.
Nothing between those cars then.
I think there was some sort of overlap through No Name. I don't know who was on the attack or defence or what, but very different lines through the chicane there. I think Rye might have dropped back a little bit, not quite maximising his speed through there, and there's still a big battle behind, so I'm going to jump back to those guys now, see if we can get on board with Knockhill and watch what's going on in front of him. Still got SLS Beanpole defending from PSUK JP, as they have been for pretty much the entirety of this lap. We jumped on board with JP out of turn 1, and the gap's not really changed since then between those two by the looks of things. I don't know if it was just slipstream, but JP seemed to have some sort of advantage on Beanpole down the Kemmel straight, so maybe he can slingshot himself close enough into the braking zone. But oh my, that was not easy round Blanchimont, and now he's got to think about defending. Knockhill going around the outside. Don't hit your teammate. He's hit his teammate. Almost used him as an extra bit of braking there. I tell you what, that was almost a very good tactical bit of teamwork.
Just a bit of shoving past JP.
Knockhill using Beanpole as an extra brake meant he could brake later, and he's got past JP through the bus stop.
Yeah, it's a good effort.
And now is Beanpole gonna let him through here after running wide around the turn 1?
I don't think he's going to get by that easily. I think they're going
surely
to...
the teammates aren't going to go too wide.
I think they're going to have a bit of fun with this. And by the looks of it, Beanpole has the straight line speed anyway.
Yeah, not the cleanest line over Radion. But then he's not carrying that momentum. I don't know if slipstream does have that much of an effect in this car. Here we go, Knockhill staying in the slipstream far more aggressively than JP was earlier. Is he going to pull out and go for a move?
Not quite gaining as much as he might like.
They're still going to be side by side through the left hand. There's just about room for Beanpole on the left hand side there.
Yeah, there we go.
Just
that's
meticulously
how
done
you do that through there.
Nothing overly extravagant, nothing overly risky. His teammate didn't make it easy for him, but it didn't look particularly difficult either. Just a nice standard move that you always like to see. Oh, JP getting close to the back of Beanpole again. Now that Knockhill's out the way, we're going to likely to see JP back on the attack.
Big concertinas in these braking zones every time. Everybody's just so close together. The last thing you want to do is touch somebody's bumper, but you really want to maximise the gap that you've got.
So we got
big wiggle from
JP
under brakes as well.
I think we're likely to see, say, the teammates work together a little bit there. Knockhill already starting to gap Nathan, but JP pushing Beanpole round the... Sorry, Beanpole, not Nathan.
Not Nathan.
Different SLS driver. Yeah, JP was pushing him round the corner there, though, and Leachy's right on the back of the pair of them.
Yeah, it's going to be Nice little
If anything, Leachy's
battle.
going to be closer. We
Just
saw last lap. Sorry, you go.
I was just going to say, last lap at Stavolo, Samurai managed to ditch it in the gravel, and everybody made it through this time pretty okay.
I was just going to mention that last lap, JP didn't have the best of runs through Blanchimont, but he seems to be okay this time. I don't think we're on the defence. We're riding on board with him. No, he looks like he's set up for a pretty decent exit there. Is he going to be able to make a move on Beanpole into turn 1? I don't know. He's just not close enough. He's not getting the exit out the tighter corners.
No, not quite.
Beanpole, I think, slightly defensive into turn 1, though. Yep, definitely.
Yeah, and
JP,
looks like it. There was a bit of an
maybe?
overlap there. In the brakes.
And nose to tail as they run down towards Eau Rouge. Beanpole hugging that right-hand side. JP pulling out, looking to see if he can go too wide by the looks of things. It's going to be all about the run-up over Radion now. Not quite in each other's wheel tracks. JP just... I mean, if there was a guy sat on his bumper, he could reach out and grab Beanpole's rear wing.
Forza and Riot in
Any
each other's gearboxes for third place right now.
I will jump to those guys in a minute, but JP... JP's going around the outside into Lecom. He's got the inside to the left-hander. Oh, he hasn't quite made it stick. It's quite easy to carry momentum. That's really good defence by Beanpole. Good effort by JP. Let's jump to PSUK Forza, who has been overtaken by Wright since we last checked in with them. Did you see it happen, Phil?
No, I didn't actually. I must have jumped away as they were, like, just before, because going down the Camel, Rai was behind.
So it must have happened somewhere between Lecom and I jumped on board just before the run down in towards Poon.
Unless I was seeing things and Rai was in front and I'm just going blind, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure this time last lap when I was on board with Rai, maybe even 2 laps ago, that Rai was behind. So definitely I think there's been a switch of position. And even since I jumped on board with Forza, I think there's a bit more of a gap growing between those two. And Not Kill in 5th, not far away from chasing down Forza in 4th as well. I'll tell you one person I do just want to check in with is Hydra, currently running in 14th place. Just want to check his gaps, see how he's getting on. Let's get that player focus up. So Grumps has had some sort of issue. He's only 5 seconds behind Demented Goat though. Oh, I can zoom. I didn't know I could do that.
Is he?
Yeah, 4.6 behind Demented Goat. But looking at the map,
I feel like that's a bit of a lie looking at the map.
No, I don't know what map you're looking at, but it looks fine to me. PSUK Third Eye is then a further 20 seconds up the road, so I think 13th place is definitely possible for Hydra here, but I don't know if he's going to be able to manage any more than that.
Oh, you're saying Hydra's 5 seconds behind Goat?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying that Grumbles was 5 seconds behind Goat.
Nope.
I was going to say, what map are you looking at with that on?
I think I've just missed some sort of event because that was only a 0.2 second gap when I was looking at it on the player focus. We've got SLS Nathan in P10 behind series owner and runner PSUK Andy, and Samurai just over half a second behind Nathan in a battle for 9th, 10th and 11th. A bit of an isolation group, these three, spread by, say, half a second each gap. Nothing quite doing. Samurai actually, good run up the hill. I'd say it was 0.6 when I started rambling. It's 0.4 by the time they get into Lecom. So some decent straight line speed there in that bright green machine.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how much aero everybody's using, whether more is better or less, because it's a mixed circuit with the two sort of big flat out areas and the middle sector being quite technical.
It's the whole sort of Red Bull versus Force India thing from a couple of years ago, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of is from F1, yeah. Obviously Red Bull having the more technically based car and Force India having the
renowned for being
outright speed.
Phenomenally quick through the middle sector. Ooh, Andy, not the best line through Poo on there. Nathan's got an overlap now as they head down in towards the next chicane. He's going to... Oh, Nathan. I think Andy ran slightly deep there. Nathan looking to go around the outside, and the door was not open for very long, unfortunately.
Samurai's having a go.
Samurai lunging up the inside. These replay cameras. I'm just
a little bump.
These replay cameras are rubbish. Oh, and that's very unfortunate for Nathan. 2 corners ago, he was looking to make an overtake for 9th. and now all of a sudden he's touched the gravel, lost momentum, and is down to P11. Everyone in a nice sort of gradually spread out single file.
I was about to say, everybody's found a little bit of space. The only people that are close together now are Samurai and Andy.
That was the battle we started watching, sort of, for P9, 10 and 11. It's now just a battle between P9 and 10. So we'll stay on board with these guys for a little bit. I'm going to try and keep an eye on the gap between PSUK Forza in 4th and Knockhill in 5th, because that's only 1.3 seconds. 1.1 seconds now as it updates.
Blimey.
Despite a broken finger and a change to the wheel rather than his usual controller, Knockhill still has some serious pace.
Yeah, it looks like it.
So he's got 5 laps to go, 1.1 seconds. He's currently running in 5th. Reminds me of that Days of Thunder quote. Hey Harry, what position am I in? 9th. How many laps to go? 8. He's 5th and there's 5 laps. That's not quite the same.
There's a
it's really
pass for 9th place. Samurai's got it done down the Camel Straight past Andy K. He's got more straight line speed.
Nice standard move from Samurai there. I literally rode on board and watched that, but I decided to talk about something else. Because
Fair enough.
I
thought you were actually up with the guys at the front. That's fair enough, yeah.
I think Leachy might have made a little mistake up ahead of these guys, actually. I think he's getting squirrely. Oh, Andy going for the opportunistic move up the inside. that was out of nowhere. Is he going to go around the outside through No Name? Go on, Andy. What a move, son. I tell you what, he'll enjoy watching that one back.
That was proper. That was a good move.
Now, that's the type of touring car pass I like to see. Just the gap's half open, so I'm going to make it a full car. It wasn't overly aggressive.
Now
but,
trying to
Samurai right the outside of Pawn. I think we are really seeing two very different builds of car here. Samurai, as I say, clearly with a more straight line speed. Andy maybe a bit better through the corners, and both of those guys making it work for them in the areas where they're going to be better.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, that's not ideal, Samurai.
A bit of a mistake
Andy!
from Samurai.
Oh, that was a bit wide as well. Andy didn't exactly keep it close on the track.
Blimey.
And it looks like Knockhill now only 0.3 of a second behind PSUK Forza. So I'm going to try and jump on board with these guys. Oh, Forza's gone wide into the chicane and Knockhill just slides up like it's nothing.
Oh.
That's unfortunate.
That sucks.
Right. Next target, 4 laps, 3 seconds to P3. Can Knockhill get a podium?
I don't think so. He might be able to, but I think the delta difference is much less than a second a lap.
Quite possibly. I'll try and find out the lap times in a minute. The current best lap of the race is Mr. Ferg's on a 24.7, which is what we saw Hydra match on a dirty lap in the first race. And you might not be surprised to see that One Last Samurai has the highest top speed in this race.
Oh, really?
You might be surprised to see that it's 226 miles an hour.
I think his touring car might be a bit illegal if it did that.
I tell you what.
We're going down to the garage after
decent straight line speed.
What kind of restrictors did you take out?
While we was talking about straight line speed, Forza appeared out of nowhere into the braking zone at Lecom, attacking Knockhill back for P4, and didn't make it work. And he's now got SLS Beanpole on his tail, but Forza might not be out of this for P4 yet. Dropping back a little bit through the twisty stuff, but he's clearly got some serious speed.
Yeah, 4.56, very close here. It's going to be interesting to see who ends up on top at the end of this race, because honestly it could change round any which way in, well, a matter of corners really, like it has in the past couple of laps. Like that big lock-up from Forza. Beanpole not able to gain the advantage on it, but he has closed the gap for sure.
Oh no, don't tell me that's Knockhill.
That was a big lag. Knockhill's
good.
Is still in.
He's 8 on that last lap. Looking at lap times though, Knockhill was 0.8 slower than Ryan front. I know he may well have been held up behind PSUK Forza, but just interesting little stat. Who have we lost? PSUK Third Eye.
Third Eye, yeah.
Where was he running? Everyone was so... Oh, Beanpole coming at Forza. Forza using the grass to get out of the way.
Good
Side
grief.
by side under braking into the bus stop. Let's get rid of that. Looks like Forza's put on a pretty decent defence. Beanpole setting up for a better exit maybe. Using all the curb to get a good run. Forza not quite using
See if
all
he can get the overlap in the
same
brakes,
way.
maybe.
Forza, why are you not pushing him towards the inside? Oh, cool, that's surprising. Tell you what, if I was Forza, I would have defended the inside a lot harder and a lot earlier. If I was Beanpole, I would have absolutely sent it up the inside once Forza didn't defend, and we kind of just saw nothing.
It looks like the lack of defence has worked though, because he's managed to keep him behind all the same. But
Beanpole's got a really good run there.
Much better run through Radion for Beanpole.
He was already quicker up past Eau Rouge. He had a better line, and maybe a little cheeky use of the runoff on the apex of Radion, but yeah, I think Beanpole would have been passed either way there, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it wasn't overly creative. Just a little bit of extra, just to straighten the car out.
So either way, he had a very good run through there, and that's SLS drivers in P4 and P5 now. And Andy in the pits. What's happened to Andy?
Oh no! Oh, you don't think the lag would have damaged him when Third Eye dropped out? Do you think?
I mean, it's very possible. Andy was running relatively close. It's
in
9th and 10th.
Yeah.
With Nathan Leachy around there. Hard to tell. I'd say we just don't know. Looks like there's a... Oh, that's who I'm on board with already. I was just flicking through the map going, oh, 5th, 6th and 7th are sort of probably the closest battle. I'll jump on board with whoever's 6th. Oh wait, that's Forza. I'm already on board.
Yeah. I have to point out, first place is gaining on last place at the moment. Grumps going towards the bus stop. First place not far behind him. Maybe about
I just noticed
10 seconds, 12 seconds. And they're about 3 seconds a lap. I think Grumps is 3 seconds a lap off the leaders in qualifying.
Judging by the lap times going round on my screen at the moment, it is about a 3-second gap.
So it could get very, very close on the final
28
lap.
Something. Yeah, potentially going to be lapped here. And the other lap times I was keeping an eye on, not Kill closing in on Bry, or was it Rye? I think it was Rye. No, who am I forgetting about? Yeah, it is Rye. What am I talking about? On the previous lap he was 8/10 quicker, but on this lap he was 3/10 slower, so not looking overly promising for Not Kill, who still needs to make up another 2.6 seconds.
Fair enough.
I'm not sure if he's got that in him. I just want to check those numbers.
Yeah.
25.6 versus 25.9. Yeah, Not Kill 3/10 slower than Ryder on that last lap.
Will Hydra has just gotten into 11th place, overtaking Goat.
I was already in the process of jumping on board with those guys because I saw how close they were on the map. Little bit late to actually see the overtake though. So Hydra, 2 laps. Do you reckon he can make up 21 seconds?
Oh, it's a big ask, but I mean, anything's possible. Oh, SLF Nathan just dropped out with another disconnect.
Oh no! Oh, that's a shame. Where was Nathan running? He was in... he was around Forza, wasn't he? Roughly? Oh no, that was Beanpole. I'm really bad at keeping track.
He was, I think he was in 10th with Leachy, battling with Leachy in 9th. Either that or between Leachy and Samurai, who are 9th.
Either way, an unfortunate disconnect was going to cost him points ultimately.
Yeah.
Yeah, once again, the field is sort of all spread out. I don't think there's 2 cars within a second anywhere. So the Hydra just getting past for P10. P10 now. I'll tell you what, when he was sat in the pits, if you'd have told him you're still going to make the top 10, he'd probably take that. It's a shame that it's at the expense of other people dropping out, but you can only benefit from what's in front of you, and he's driven a good race at good pace to get back into P10. He could have easily have pretty much given up and thought, well, I'm not going to make any more positions, and and settled for where he was. But where's that going to put him in the next race? Because we've only got... How many people are actually going to finish? Grumps. If Grumps finishes, he's likely to be on pole. Andy, so we're going to have a PSUK front row. Both of those guys, I think we've had at least 3 drivers go through the pits. So Hydra's likely going to be starting 4th in the next race. That's definitely going to make him favourite for the win in race 2, surely.
Yeah, I reckon so. Unless he has another problem like he did this race.
I'd be really interested to find out what his take on the incident was, because I'm assuming, I can only assume, that he didn't see what I saw.
Which was?
Because he... Well, you say the people watching will have seen it as well. Basically, Hydra just drove straight into the back of... I can't remember who it was.
Goat, wasn't it?
Demented Goat, that's the one. I think he's new this week. Apologies for not knowing the game tag off the top of my head. But yeah, Goat didn't get any damage, and Hydra was totaled.
Really?
So
Goat went into the pits as well.
Well, how has he only just been passed by Hydra then? If they both went into the pits, wouldn't they have? Oh, I don't know then. Either way, I'm assuming there was some sort of lag involved, because Hydra just drove straight into the back of Goat, and I could see it coming from 3, 4, 5 seconds back. They were just on the same line. Hydra just never pulled out. I thought he was like Demented Goat had a really bad run. He clearly, I don't know what had happened, but he was going slowly down the straight, and I was expecting Hydra to pull out last second, just using the slower car for a bit of slipstream, and he just piled straight into the back of him. Like so.
Demented Goat had a sim twitch up Radion while in 3rd place behind me.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So yeah, okay. That's why he was slow up. That's why he was slow then, going down the Camel. But
yeah, well, as I was riding on board with Hydra, and the car was literally uncontrollable going into Puon. He was very sideways and hit the inside guardrail before it even started turning left.
Oh damn! What?
And he
had
to
damage?
let somebody who was full, who was healthy, yeah, by. So he lost quite a lot of time with that.
Well, Not Kill hasn't caught Rye at all. If anything, I think the gap's gone up a little bit this lap. I'll check in with the lap times before I move off. But I think we're only fair to go and ride on board with Mr. Fergs for the final lap or so, who's just absolutely controlled this race.
Yeah, I'm already up here with him. He's doing very, very well.
Where are we? So Not Kill versus Rye. Rye 4/10 quicker on that lap. So here we go. Riding on board, Mr. Fergs. 7-second lead. Coming up to lap the last place driver.
PSUK Grumps.
I can't even see any scratches on his car. Bit of rubber debris, as you'd expect.
I think there's a small scratch on the rear bumper where somebody's tried to make him go faster. That's about it.
I was just about to say, well, we know who's in P2, who might have been close at the start. So, Mr. Fergs, currently 9th in the standings after missing a round. I think he lagged out of one of the Sonoma races as well, actually. So he's only actually completed in half of the races so far. So this is going to do him good. Really help him bump up the standings again. I don't know what the point system is actually. I can't give you a play-by-play.
We get more if you're in 1st than in 2nd, generally. And more if you're in 2nd than in 3rd.
Here we go.
And then nobody gets points after that.
And I'm assuming... Grumps, don't get on the grass, you cool!
Oh my word. Oh, and the sim twitch. F in the chat, everybody.
Has Grumps got damage?
No, he's just sim twitched off the grass. And he's sat...
Why was he on the grass?
Because he was trying to let Mr. Fergs go by. But he was doing it in completely the wrong place and completely the wrong way.
I mean, it's a wide enough bit of track and it's all flat out. Just lift off and Grumps would have flown past easy.
That and the fact that on the outside of there, there's actual tarmac runoff, so you don't need to go on the grass at all. Unbelievable.
I've got PSUK Forza in 7th with Samurai behind. I believe are going to be the closest two on track as they come across the finish. But yeah, pretty uneventful last couple of laps apart from that. Apart from Grumps having a bit of a sim twitch.
And all of a sudden everyone is doing low 25s.
Grumps nearly colliding into the AI drivers because the AI can't take Raddy on at any, acceptable speed.
I'm on board with Grumps now as well. It might be interesting to see him try and navigate the AI on his in-lap. Well, it's not his in-lap, is it? They're on their in-laps, technically. Not that they will come into the pit. Is Not Kill... Oh, I wondered if Not Kill was going to outbrake himself there. Obviously not actually Not Kill, but AI Not Kill. It looks like Grumps making easy work of the two AI through the Lecom section. Is he going to catch up and repass the top two? I don't know how slow the AI
Maybe
goes.
he could unlap himself. A bit.
In Forza terms, yes. Obviously, in any real world series, he wouldn't be racing his final lap.
Oh, absolutely. No, I totally agree.
But I don't know what the end of race timer is either. It might just be wanting to get to the finish before the timer runs out. Normally, I set it to about a lap. So I'd be looking at a 2.5 minute timer. He'd be pretty hard pushed to.
Oh well, he's not going to make
it.
that now.
I tell you what, he's not giving up though. He's clearly still pushing as hard as he can.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't hit the grass up here again, he should be all right.
Yeah, well, presumably he'll be on the racing line this time, so he shouldn't be anywhere near the grass on the outside.
Oh, we thought about it.
There it is on the. Go on, use that extension on the right. Hey, oh, he touched it on the apex and blocked him off. Does that count? It's going to be close with DDM drifting. Is he going to send it on your AI, Dom? He's hit our teammate. Oh no!
The barrier.
DDM drifted. Get that man a penalty.
Black and white flag.
What have you got to say for yourself, Dom?
Oops.
Right, I'm assuming the previous race screen isn't going to be working for me, so Phil, if you wouldn't mind giving us a rundown of the results. Once they're all in. Has everyone got to be back in the lobby by the time we get...
No, it's all good to go. So Mr. Fergs in first with a best lap of 2 minute 24.7. Dirty, just as a quick comparison, Hydra did a 24.7 clean. They're almost identical, so they're both pushing really hard. Second place, Driftin. Third place, CCX Rye. Fourth is Knockhill. Fifth was Beanpole. Sixth is PSUK JP. Seventh, PSUK Forza. Eighth, One Last Samurai. It's a good recovery from the gravel for him. Ninth place is Leechy. 10th saw Hydra bringing himself back from that huge crash earlier. Goat is in 11th, PSUK Andy K in 12th, and as we saw on the last lap there, 13th place PSUK Grumps, with Nathan, Third Eye, and Ziplan all managing to disconnect, unfortunately, during the race.
Alright, well, thank you very much for the rundown, and as per usual, between the races, I'm assuming there's going to be a couple of minute break. So I'm going to go and take a couple of minute break. I'll see you in a few.